Hey everyone, welcome and thank you for being here. It is Friday, October 27th, I believe, in the year 2022. It is my honor, it is my pleasure, it is my life purpose to provide this channel for you in this journey on our paths, on our soul journey. And I'm so happy to be able to provide messages and to give support and to share healing energy with all of you. I know this is a time of I'm feeling struggle with a lot of people, financially, emotionally, for some of you physically, and I feel that guidance is in order here from Spirit. I'm hearing protection, security, and I feel very much in tune with my own soul in this moment. And I feel that a lot of you are feeling that as well. It's almost like your soul is saying, "Go away, leave me alone, world. I need to caress my own soul right now. I need to be within myself. I need to take charge of certain things in my life." And it's interesting because I've always been a healer. I've always wanted to help people. And I've always taken the high road. And I've always been the nice girl, you know. And recently, I was very frustrated. And, you know, I said to someone close to me, "I'm done being the nice girl. I'm done." And he said, "Naomi, honey, I'm sorry, but that's not possible with you." And it's true, but here I think that energy is like building in all of us to become this magnet for healing, healing ourselves, healing some things that maybe haven't been addressed. And I do feel the momentum, the pressure, the whatever it is that's building up inside of us for a big release. And as we go on these journeys, we're always going to have those moments where we need to release some things in our lives, right? Things from our past or toxicity or things that just are not fitting well anymore, not resonating the way they should. And that's because that part of your life is done, it's over, and you're moving on and you're taking better care of you. This is, we'll get into cards, but for some reason I just really feel the need to express that. And the painting that you see in the backdrop is, I painted this the other day. I kind of get in this, I zone out and I start painting, and then later messages come in regards to that painting, or the energy from while I'm painting, a message comes through. And I feel like I wanted to paint an autumn tree and scenery because I felt like it's such a strong change of the winds of change, right? And looking out my back door yesterday, this tree that I painted is pretty much like the tree in my backyard. Actually, my neighbor and I share this tree because it kind of goes between our properties. But looking out the window yesterday, a lot of those leaves are gone now. They're on the ground, beautiful. But with every season, things do change, and the leaves that are falling and, off the tree, it's time for them to go, and the tree will kind of rest throughout the winter months and then form new buds in the spring. So it's renewal. And I feel very much like we're going through this interesting phase in our journey in life, in our physical form, in our mental, emotional, and spiritual energy. And I feel like these changes are permanent and they're here. When I looked at the tree yesterday out the window, I was admiring the beautiful color on the ground because the leaves had fallen so much, and it was just the most, it was beautiful, but yet I was kind of sad to see them fall off the tree. But you know that these changes have to happen because it was the end of that cycle, right? Because the colder air is coming in, the change of seasons, and it's time for these leaves to, you know, take their leave now, so to speak, off of the tree. And so these things in our lives that are happening or going to happen, and changes that are coming, we're going to feel a sense of sadness in some ways because for some of you, these changes are, you know, you're comfortable and familiar with the way things were. Why do things have to change? They have to change because your our spiritual journey, our life, everything, it's cyclical. It changes. Things turn with the tide. And when these changes come in, I feel that pressure in my chest right now. I feel the change coming in, the change of seasons, literally, and the change of changing of the guard, so to speak, within our own soul, within our path, within our life. And for some of you, I know you're probably going nuts because you feel it. You're very in tune with your energy and the energy of the universe, but you're not seeing your way clear right now. I feel as if a spirit is trying to tell you that you also, yes, we listen to our guidance, we feel that energy, and that that's something coming in, but we don't know quite what it is, and it's kind of unsettling. But that's normal. It's a normal feeling because it lets us know that we are in tune with changes. We are in tune with our energy. We are in tune with things happening with the universe working with us and behind the scenes. And when I painted this tree, I was very, it just gave me such a good feeling because it was beautiful colors. It was my tree in the backyard, but towards the end, when I was almost done with this painting, I just had this overwhelming urge to paint a swing. And the swing represents freedom, right? And so I feel like it is coming soon. It is our time to take our place in that swing and swing to freedom. I feel a very significant purging of something. And believe me, I'm telling you, in the last few days, I've been very emotional, feeling those changes, not just mine, but everybody else's. I am feeling a dad energy here too. I felt my father very strong this morning. And those who have passed, you may be feeling their energy too. I've been feeling my son very strong in the last few days, thinking about him so much and remembering certain things. Bear with me. Okay. Very emotional. So I feel that emotion and that change is here with all of us, and we're feeling that. I feel like there is a breath of fresh air coming. We feel peaks of it. I know we do because I do. And I feel that coming. But there's some sense of fulfillment here that is just waiting for the perfect moment. Do you see how that peach is just, it's still on the, plant, vine, whatever this is, tree. And yeah, tree, sorry. I feel like it is almost to the peak of perfection. Do you see the moon in the background? Okay. So something, like I said, in all these messages lately, that there is something being enlightened, something's coming. But it's all good. It's for the good, guys. It could be that you are seeking out and really, really putting a lot of effort into your intuitive, what you're feeling, making a change. For some of you, it could be you're really feeling the need to address your health and to feel optimal energy. I know for myself, I've been really thinking about that lately too, and really focusing on trying to feel more energetic physically, and to get myself to a place where I'm not mentally drained like I have been in the past several months from work and things like that, other energies. And I have been asking the universe and really searching my own soul to find what it is that and how to make it happen, what I really want to do. And for me, I do have a dream of what I really would like to do, and I have to be patient and sort of make my way to practice painting, to pursue a business of my own, and to give back to community and to others in need of healing and assistance as well. I am feeling very I wanted to say something really quick about that. In our community, we lost 2 officers in my town a little while, but just recently. And my heart went out to the families. And I had this overwhelming urge because I wanted to let them know I know what they're going through, literally. And one of the things that I said that I've always done was I've always been a healer. I've always want to be there for people who are hurting and who are needing support. And I have not actively pursued a business in that area. But where I am now, I am not feeling like it resonates anymore. So I am looking for guidance, for forward movement. But I am getting this card of fulfillment. Okay, the peach is almost ripe to perfection, is what I'm hearing. I'm also hearing the harvest. It's almost ready to harvest. So a lot of us are going to experience blessings, and something is being moved out of the way so we can move forward. Okay? And listen, I'm a firm believer in, yes, we need to do our part on this journey. We need to do our part and be in alignment and allow changes, and to work with the universe, okay? And to work within our own selves. And I do believe that sometimes we do have to take an initiative to move forward. But I also feel there are very fated things coming for us on our journey. The timing has to be right, like that peach on the tree. It has to be right to perfection. And I feel a very strong sense of like a father taking their child's hand. And I was going to say daughter because I feel like this is might apply to somebody who, some female energy who lost their father, who's on another chapter of his life. but his energy is here. His hand is reaching down to you to kind of walk with you hand in hand through this journey, to give you strength to go on until you reach that pinnacle of change. And so I fully believe that that is what's happening here in our lives and in our path. And I did want to show you, thank you guys. I did want to show you that this is the deck I'm using right now, Sacred Destiny by Denise Lynn. I felt called to use this, and I felt very connected to it. There is a simple, it seems complicated now in your life, but it's not, because Spirit sees it crystal clear, and your Divine Creator sees it crystal clear. You may receive signs like feathers, you may see birds, you may see, but I feel like this is more like light as a feather energy, okay? That's what's coming in. Going back to simplicity, no more complications, no more feeling conflicted or not knowing which way to turn. And I keep feeling these messages here coming in, and I know that for a lot of you, you're like, well, when's there actually going to be some action here? Because I've been waiting for a while and I keep hearing the same messages. And Spirit says, everybody's on a different path. So when something is meant to change for you, it will. And you'll know. For a lot of you, you will know. You'll know that you have to take some action at some point. Okay? I just feel this significant increase in, how do I say this? It's an increase in energy that's building up. I feel like you're going to know that something is imminent, okay? It's imminent. And whatever change does come in for you, for some of you, I feel like it might be a bit surprising, but it is for your good, it is for the best, and something even better comes in after that chapter closes. For some of you, I feel like you are going to feel an intuitive to fly away to freedom, to move, to make a move. Some of you, I feel, are going to decide, or not decide, take action on moving away from where you are. It's as if the clouds part and a light, the sun comes in to reveal something, and you take action. I do feel like it's scary for you if everything isn't laid out on the table for you perfectly clear, and that's normal and that's okay. But I feel like for some of you, you're just gonna take off. You're going to just know. And I always say this, it's important to prepare, it's important to research, and maybe some of you have been researching some things before you take action, but I feel like that action is just like a snap. It's like, okay, I'm ready now. And like I always say though, don't, how do I say this? Be smart as well. I don't know if you remember when Y2K was happening, and some people were selling, taking all their money out of the bank and just literally moving to the mountains or someplace, and they were just kind of, how do I say this? Not really thinking things through. Sometimes, yes, it is tricky. We have to react and act on our intuition, on our guidance. And, but I don't believe that God wants us to risk everything and lose our money and lose our home and all of that stuff. I do feel that these changes aren't like that. But I do feel that these changes are very much a knowing, just a complete knowing of something that is has to take place in your life. Okay, if that makes sense. I'm sorry if I stumbled across that, but I'm just trying to put it into words because it's a feeling. I feel a very strong sense of, for some of you, hurry up and let's make this happen. And so I feel like Spirit is here to say, don't push on that. Don't. I know that from experience that if you do, it might block you from feeling and understanding your intuitive and your guidance here, okay? I'm asking for one more card here in this Sacred Destiny deck. Thank you. Be diligent, okay? Look at this. This bird, I feel like, see how the clouds are kind of parting and the bird is flying gracefully? I feel like we've done our due diligence in our inner work, our shadow work, or whatever we needed to do. And whatever cleanup is left, it's happening. And this bird is flying to freedom. This bird is flying in with grace. He's flying, or she, to maybe south for the winter. I don't know. But this bird is flying freely, right? Nothing holding him back. And the clouds are not in the way. It feels like freedom to me. It feels like smooth sailing. I don't know. As human beings, you know, we have times in our lives when things aren't so smooth and aren't so peachy. But I feel like this moment for you is here. It's here. I don't feel like it's months away. I feel like with the change of seasons, something is coming. I feel like, when is the harvest moon? Is that soon or did it pass? When that moon, it looks huge. Oh, it's so gorgeous. I feel like with that moon energy, when you see that big gorgeous moon, it triggers some change within you, within your circumstances, and moving forward. I for some reason I'm seeing the symbol for medicine, or no, for a hospital or for help. It's the Red Cross. Like sometimes you'll see that on a sign for telling you the hospital is nearby or whatever. But this isn't regarding a hospital. It's regarding help is on the way. Help is here, and you're on the path to better health. I feel very strongly that for some of you, you could be in a situation with your health that requires you to visit a doctor, to seek out help with maybe some supplements or something to revitalize your energy, whatever it is. Maybe some of you are going vegan, vegetarian. I know for myself, lately I've been more interested in fruits and vegetables rather than meat. And I feel like that is upon you as well, to take better care of your health, okay? Because that also feeds your soul, your energy. It helps with your intuition, and it helps you to be able to hear your inner voice as well when you clean up your diet, okay? I'm going to look at the Akashic Tarot cards again. For some reason, they're calling out to me again. So I'm going to just do one or two cards, and then we'll see if that is it for our journey in this particular message. I feel like for some of you, your energy from past lives that carried over to this life is winding up. It's whatever lessons that you didn't learn in other lives, you've learned here, and you don't have to repeat them. Okay? You know, what's interesting is I think I got this card last time. Change. Change of seasons, right? This says summer, winter. And then it's a drastic change. That's what I'm feeling here. Drastic. For some of you, it's drastic. Whatever this change is that's coming in, it is drastic. And I feel like maybe you've gone from the kind of like being on hold to blossoming. Because do you see the water tower here? Right here. Is that a water tower? Let me see. For some reason, it feels like a water tower. And I feel like that is your lifeline, your energetic flow, satiation, being satisfied, being fulfilled. That first card that came out, fulfillment, okay? I feel like that this drastic change brings fulfillment and satiation. Something you've been longing for a while that comes to light, comes to your energy, and opens up to you. You might start feeling pull to explore different venues, maybe a different state, moving out of state to a different state. I don't feel like it's a city nearby. I feel like some of you are on the move. And it's not just a trip, it's a move. I feel like some of you are moving to a whole different environment because where you've been has been dark and cold, and you just haven't felt safe. But I do feel as if you're in that trajectory to make that move. I feel very much like the two of you, like these two cards were next to each other. This one popped out, but this one was right next to it. The king and queen. I feel like you are sort of now taking charge of your journey with the universe, right? Being in tandem with the universe, being in that flow energetically, in alignment. And that's what I feel here. I also feel another scenario where it could be a man and woman or partners deciding to take another step forward in some way, and maybe having a home together, or maybe even getting married. But it's a deeper level of commitment, and it's deciding to take control of your finances, of your happiness, of your environment, of a newness coming to you, a new level of communication, a new respect for one another. And I feel like you've gotten to know each other in a significant way. And now it's time to take another step forward, okay? And that's for some of you. These collective readings are little bits and pieces for everybody. For some of you, the whole message resonates. For some of you, it's little parts. So whatever resonates with you, take that as guidance. I feel like there's a candle burning. What I'm hearing is candle burning at both ends. So somebody is trying to really force something, or is really exhausted. You've been working a lot, or maybe you've been maybe it's been unbalanced where you are, maybe in your work or in some situation with somebody, but you're taking back that control, and you'll do it with grace, and you will be okay to say no to someone when you feel you need rest and you need some self-care. Is there anything else, guys? Yeah. I've seen this vision a lot in my meditations and in my quiet times. The Buddha prepares, okay? So this, it did come in upside down. So what I feel here is you've done a lot of inner work, okay? Like I said before. And you're moving into a situation where everybody else that was dependent upon you kind of grabbing at you, don't go, I need you now type of thing when you're exhausted. I feel like all of that has been preparation for you to be able to block out all of that other energy, and with the knowing that it can wait, and you need to self-care, you need to take care of yourself, you need to grow. And someone said, I saw something the other day on social media that said, isn't it a shame that you spend a lot of your life with someone, helping them heal, helping them move forward, and then they leave you. And I feel like this card is like warning, warning, don't let that happen to you. Take care of yourself. And yes, be there when it's needed, but also be there for you. All right? The Buddha prepares. And I also feel like this could mean that some of you have been preparing for some change, right? And we all have in some way, shape, or form, but I feel like some of you know that you've been preparing. And you may not even, have some system where it's like, okay, I'm going to do this, this, and this to prepare for that. No, I think internally it's your soul preparing. And that's why in life we have these experiences and learning from those experiences that prepares us for a change of season here. So with that said, I feel like there is one more message here, and I don't, it's not that one. Let me see. I feel like let me just run this one more time and see what Spirit has here. One more thing for us. Okay. When this change happens, I feel like there's a need for it's a sigh of relief. It's an energetic rest. A rest from feeling chaotic energy or tension or stress or worrying about finances or worrying about your home or something. But I feel like you're coming to a calm place where Spirit says, relax now, okay? You're in the clearing. You've come out of that hard time in your life for however long it's been. And the relief is right here for you. I feel like the card says reflection, but I feel like it's sort of not so much you're going to take a holiday for 6 months from the world. I feel like it's more like you're seeing your reflection now. You know how like the other day I was at lunch with someone very close to me, and we were looking out on the lake, and it looked like a mirror. The fall, the trees with the autumn colors reflecting on the lake was calm as could be, and it was like a mirror, and we were just in awe of it. And I feel like you are going to see yourself fully and freely now without any distraction. You're going to see the beauty of who you are, of your be able to see yourself more clearly. Um, and I feel like going back to that king and queen who are moving forward to another step. I feel like now you're able to see things more clearly within yourselves and within each other. Okay, um, and so I feel like this reflection means, in this case, that you're going to see who you are once and for all. You're going to see who you are. No more being there for everybody and then being exhausted and feeling tired or crying yourself to sleep. This is going to be a big change for you. Something coming in where you're finally going to feel like you resonate with where you are, with what you're doing, career-wise, or with a life purpose or something like that. You're going to finally feel free, and that in and of itself is a huge, huge blessing. I don't think there's any more cards here that I need to look at. I do feel that you're very courageous, and your angels, your guides, they want to applaud you for carrying on in the midst of a storm, for being able to pull yourself up and keep moving forward. Okay? For many of us, we've had things in our lives that make you want to lay down in a fetal position and just wish away everything so you could come to peace, so you could have a better, easier path. And I feel like our guides are telling us, and Spirit is telling us, you're going to be rewarded for having the courage to get back up and walk on your path, on your journey. And I feel like maybe I'm gonna just say this thing real quickly. I heard, and it may not be accurate, but the point is, I heard a story about, it's a parable, a wolf that was seeking out his partner, his true love. He could sense her, he could almost smell her, he could sense her energy, but he couldn't find her. And he had many lifetimes where he would travel this path to where he thought she might be. And there were many times when his life ended, and his last breath, he was feeling her and feeling his partner energetically. And every last breath, he would feel or have that sense of, I will find you, and in the next lifetime I will find you. And he kept moving through lifetimes to find his true love, and he did find her. And I know that sounds like a happily ever after story, but that's kind of how Spirit is telling us, just keep moving, because you never know when that moment will come. And they don't always show us, because they want us, our guides are the universe, that it needs to be sort of a surprise in a way, so that we don't mess it up somehow along the way. But I feel like that's what's coming in for all of us, guys. That's where we are. And I hope that you have enjoyed this reading, this message, and that you have felt the energy connecting with you through me, through Spirit, through your guides. Take a moment to breathe in and out and thank your guides. Thank yourself, and be thankful that you are part of this great big journey where others are willing to share with you and guide you and promote energetic support to you. Until next time, guys, please have a blessed journey on these days ahead. And when I am guided to come back again to you, I will. Seems to be once a week. So I enjoy that, and I hope you do too. But until next time, please take care. Walk in the light and treat yourself with love. Namaste.